Hey, what's poppin', my peeps? How's it going? How is it going? So now I'm live. I don't know what happens when I go live. I don't know if you guys just all switched over here or what happens, but did I mess it up? All right, there we go. It's good to go. All right, cool. All right. I'm sorry about that, everybody. So I have this weird setup, and I haven't done this in a couple weeks. I used to do live streams. There's like 3 screens I'm looking at right now. I cannot do this. I was doing live streams like every week for like 3 or 4 weeks, and I wanted to get the Elgato cam link, but I never did. So I used my webcam on my laptop with an external microphone, going through an interface. So there's a lot of lag, and I'm not going to be doing any screen capture during this little live stream here, so I figured I'm just going to use the webcam and just go straight onto YouTube. All right. Speak louder. Speak louder. I'm speaking pretty loud. I'm yelling here. You need me to turn the microphone up? I can do that. Input volume. Is that better? Input volume. Is that better? Better? All right. I'm going to roll with it. Oh, Daniel, come on, man. Come on, man. All right. So, how's it going? How's it popping? What's going, everybody? What's going, everybody? I'm okay. So, a little update on what's been going on for me the past couple days, because I haven't been on the YouTubes. I haven't uploaded in like 4 or 5 days, and I was kind of doing almost daily content is what it felt like. So the reason I was trying to upload every single day last week, I was kind of challenging myself. I knew that it was going to be a challenge because I was going on tour with a few bands, creating content for them. I just told myself, you know what? I'm not going to stress myself out and trying to create a vlog while I'm out on tour trying to create daily content. It's just too much. I'm hired here to get the content done for the bands and focus on getting that done. So I didn't do it. I didn't want to stress myself out. Even though I wanted to create for myself, I had a job that needed to be done, and that was what I did. So I made the decision to not YouTube the whole entire time I was there, which kind of stinks because I went to some cool places. I actually went to Brooklyn. I didn't have pizza, surprisingly. Believe it or not, didn't have pizza. Didn't have time. Didn't have time to make pizza. But I vlogged today. Today was the first time that I vlogged since I came back, and I'm really excited. That will drop tomorrow. I usually put videos out on Mondays. Monday, I didn't have a video put out today, so I was like, you know what? Let's live stream. Let's hang out with the peeps. Let's get some chit chats going. Let's answer some questions. If anybody has any questions, I see there's a lot of comments popping through. I haven't looked at any of them yet. I'm going to take a look at them in just a sec. I do have a topic that I want to talk about today, and that is touring as a videographer or a photographer. I'm going to give a few tips, kind of based around what you should do on the road, what you shouldn't do on the road as a touring videographer, touring photographer, and working with bands and what that's like. So let me just scrub through these questions. If you're a poppin' peep, say yo. If you're a poppin' peep, which Daniel is the only one who posts on my videos poppin' peep. He's a poppin' peep. He started saying that when I started saying, what's poppin', my peeps? So if you're a poppin' peep, say yo. Daniel says that. Coffee solves everything. Coffee does solve everything. Is this light very aggressive? I'm using the Quasar Science LED tube light. Might be a little too aggressive. Maybe if I do this, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, why are you letting us down, man? I'm sorry. We want more. I want to do more. I really, really want to go daily. I really do. I don't know when I will be able to. I'm going to be completely honest. And I don't want to say I'm going to go daily and then fall flat on my face. I'm just going to, what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep uploading. And if it turns into a daily vlog, it turns into a daily vlog. Brian, what's up? How's it going? Got all the homies in here. Josh, how's it going, boy? Steven, how you doing? Richard, how's it going? Karen, I already said hi. You're the woman. I can't believe that you're up this late. It's like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning where you are. Did you go to the gym? I did go to the gym. I went to the gym. I did some hand weight, free weight, stuff like that. That's my jam. I'm not really like a big, as you can tell, I'm not like a big gym guy. I like to stay toned-ish. I'd like to get a little bit more meat on my bones, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Question: how do you get your hair so awesome? I actually just did my hair before the stream. It's just I wet it and then I put pomade in it and then I let it do its thing for the rest of the day. I didn't shave my head, Karen. My friend shaved his head. I'm not gonna shave my head. Not gonna happen. Love my hair. Love my hair way too much. Emilio, what's poppin', buddy? Joshua, what's poppin'? How you doing? Dude, that video, was that today? The 30th vlog that you did? If one of the mods, Josh, you're a mod, so if you want to drop a link to your own video, if you could drop that down in the chat, that would be super awesome. Josh is the man. My nose is really itchy for some reason. You should go check out his video. He posted his 30th vlog, I believe it was today, so go check that out. What band shirt you got on? It's not a band shirt. It says pizza pie until I die. Because I love pizza. Oh, you did your hair for us. Yes, I did, Daniel. Burke is a pretty boy. He wouldn't shave his head. Thanks, Josh. Cody, what's poppin'? Okay, all right. You guys, if you guys have any questions in regards to anything, just ask away. But I'm gonna, where the cold brew at? I already had coffee today. I don't know. Where is the cold brew at? That's a good question. So will we see anything you shot? Just bands? Honestly, probably not. I'm probably not going to post any of the content from this weekend. That's not my content. That's the client's content. So I'm probably not going to be using that. If you go on my Instagram, you can go. I tag the bands in a post, so you can go check it out. It was just daily. They're fair warning. They are hardcore and they are metal, both of them. But I did like daily Instagram little updates. So they posted them on their Instagram of live and just like heavy metal, blah blah. It's sick. Cody's in the house. Metal for Breakfast is in the house. What's up, buddy? Karen, have a good night. Okay. I'm just gonna go start. You switch into Canon. I'm not switching to Canon unless they come out with a mirrorless camera. No, it doesn't even have to be mirrorless. Unless they come out with a camera that has all the features that the Sony cameras have, that is under $2,000, I will switch to Canon. But until then, okay, hold on. I will switch to Canon if I'm buying a cinema camera. That I will do. My sixth sense must have heard you talk about metal, dude. It heard you calling, and you came and joined. So welcome, Metal. Thanks for hanging. What advice would you give somebody wanting to reach out to a band to do a video for a show in your local area? That's a good question, and that's actually like Josh, killer, because that's kind of what I'm going to try and talk about today. But if anybody has any other random questions, I'll answer them. But I'm going to try and gear this towards like working with bands. My advice. So there is no like, if you do this, that it will happen type of thing, but there are suggestions or there is advice that I will give to you if you're trying to work with bands and you're trying to do music videos, be a touring videographer. One thing I will let you know, I wouldn't try being a touring videographer. It's hard, and it's hard to make a decent wage doing that. I would try and go for if you can do like one-off shows, just stay in your local area and do them. Also doing music videos. If you can get a good enough budget to go out on tour with the band, then by all means go do it. But it is very hard. It is very competitive. I will let you know that right now. I'm not trying to stop you. I want you to do you, and if that's what you want to do, by all means, like fight tooth and nail to get what you want to do. But my advice would be to go to just go to a random show, any show, and just shoot every single band, and whether it's photo or video. Honestly, my recommendation is video, because there's not a lot of videographers in the live concert event scene, especially for bands. In hip hop, there's tons and tons of them, but for bands, musicians, there's not. There is competition, but there's not much competition at a certain level. So I would just go shoot a bunch of shows, and make like 30-second, basically what I was hired to do, make 30-second to a minute little teaser videos of their show and send it to them. And just do that, go to the show, have fun, film something, create some content, and just be like, hey, I filmed this. If you guys want to use it, just tag me. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. You're volunteering your time. They're not, if they ask, if it's a different story. If they ask you, if they say, hey, we want you to, if they see your content and they say, hey, we want you to come film this, and they're expecting you to do it for free, that's a different story. I'm not saying work for free, but if you go to a show and you want to network and get your name out there, you kind of have to just essentially work for free, but you're volunteering. They're not asking you to do this for free. You're volunteering. You're giving this little product to them for free as like a way to get your name out there. That's one recommendation I would do that. Or if there's a band in your area that you want to do that for, I would just hit them up and be like, hey guys, my name is Joshua. I'm a local filmmaker, photographer. I'm trying to get into events and music and working with bands. If you have a demo reel of any sort, I would definitely recommend sending them that. Just be like, hey, here's my demo reel. I would love to come shoot this show. Honestly would recommend volunteering your time for just one time. Don't do it all the time. Just one time. Volunteering your time and being like, hey, I'll do this for free. Just get me into the show and I'll create like a 30-second thing for you. And if you guys like it, maybe we can talk about working together further in the future. That's my recommendation for working with bands. Working with bands is a pain in the butt. You have to network, you have to meet and get your name out there and become friends with everybody and anybody. And you have to gain respect, because the problem with working with bands is you're working with creative people. So they're going to be looking for the most creative people. So you have to impress them. You really got to impress them. Now that question was way up there. Did anybody else ask anything, mods? Belmont. Did I just shoot I think I didn't shoot them, but I shot a band that was playing with them the other day. Joshua, are you from Seattle? Belmont, they're signed, I think. That it's gonna, I'm gonna let you know right now, it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be a lot harder to get in with a band that's signed, because it's not going to be as easy to just go direct to the band. My recommendation is, if you want to work with signed bands, you have to start at the bottom. You got to work with local artists. That's what I did. I work with signed artists now. The way I got there was working with local bands, and some of those bands, the one that I was with this weekend was one of the bands that I was working with when they were local artists. They've now moved on and they're a signed artist and they're touring nationally. So sometimes that happens, and you build a connection and they move on and you move on with them. Other times it's just kind of like a ripple effect, where you do something for one band, this band sees it, and you just kind of work your way up. It's going to be harder to just go straight for like a bigger band. So I would try and find, like, just build a name, build some recognition in your local area. If you want to shoot for Belmont, I would hit up their manager. Their email is probably on their Facebook page. Booking agent, you can always check booking agent. They're probably a better one than manager, because they deal with all the booking. They can probably get you a pass for the show. I mean, can't go wrong with the 1DX Mark II. Hector, you're not wrong, but it's also like 10 grand. Do touring videographers get chicks? I don't know. I have a girlfriend. Everyone hit that like button. Josh, my man, why are you not a mod? I'm going to make you mod right now. Eric Wynn in the house. Eric, you need to be a mod too. I'm modding everybody. Modded it up. I'm not in the band. I'm the videographer. I'm not in the band. I just make them look good. You're not wrong. One deaf grabbed my head and tried to make me kiss her friend. Eric, what is going on? It was so interesting. Do signed band videographers get chicks? I don't know. I have a girlfriend. I declined, by the way. Good man, Eric. How has the tour been? The tour was good. I was only with them for 4 days. The reason being was because I was working with another band that week, the beginning of that week and the week before, doing music videos and stuff. So I couldn't go out with them. So they ended up buying a bus ticket. I took a bus from Springfield, Massachusetts, all the way down to Philly. It was terrible. I didn't sleep that night. That was, when was that? That was Thursday. That was the day I put my 500 subscriber video out. That day I was editing, and then I shot the 500 subscriber video where we shaved Matt's head, and then I went to a show to finish shooting some stuff for a band for music videos. We're doing like a live music video montage thing. Came home, got home at 1 in the morning, edited the 500 subscriber video, left my house at my brother. We left the house at 4:30. My brother dropped me off at the bus station. I took a bus. The bus left at 6 in the morning. I ended up getting at Philly at like 1 or 2. It was a long day, and that was the first date of that tour. Burke, do you live in MA? Yes, I live in Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Hey, Joe, what's poppin'? You're killing it, dude. Joe, you're killing it. You'll need a cake at 1,000. I think I'm gonna get a tattoo at 1,000. I think I'm gonna get a tattoo. I think I might get a tattoo right here. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. Peter's got one, so I guess like I work for myself, you know? It's not the end of the world if I get a tattoo right there, right? So we'll see. Being a freelancer, are you putting money in for room and board, or does the band put you up? I just stay with them. I don't pay for any travel. I don't pay for room and board or anything. That is they take care of all of that. It's working with bands. Typically, the way it works is if you have to travel, if you have to meet them somewhere, if you have to fly to a date, they pay for your travel, and then wherever they stay, you stay. So if they stay in a hotel, you stay in a hotel. If they are, some bands save money and they crash at friends' places, so they'll do that. You know, there's also what are they called? I forget. There's like a house circuit for touring bands that allows bands to stay at the place. So I don't have to pay for any of that. I'm just hired on. And then sometimes you'll get a per diem from the band, which is like X amount of dollars per day that you get for food. And then sometimes the venue will also give you a buyout, which is X amount of dollars per day for food or catering, either one. That's typically how that works. That's for the bigger tours. Metal, you lived in Westfield? Dude, that is like half an hour away from dude, what? When did you move to you lived in Westfield? You're saying you lived in Westfield last year? My mind is blown right now. I'll shave my head if you get 50,000 subscribers. Go for it, Connor. Dude, whoa. Dude, Metal, that is crazy. Okay? That is insane. Dude, I'm going to hit you up after because we probably know a lot of the same people then. My brother's from another mother. That's right, hey Joe. Now I don't know if Joshua Hubbard is still in here. Is he still in here? He is still in here. I know he was kind of asking about like getting into touring videography or just working with bands. Dude, you guys should hang. I just want to hang out with people. Like I just want to hang out with Joshua Hubbard. Do band videographers without girlfriends get chicks? I don't know. It's a good question. Probably, maybe. Who knows? I've never really been about that life, to be completely honest. The whole like, just like get chick type. Anyways, we should all jam, dude. I'm down. Vlogs just really want chicks. I'm so confused. What's with all these weird questions, dude? Okay. Ask about the bus drivers. Okay, usually bus drivers are like really, not really. Um, no, they are really. They are really cool, like guys who are a little bit older, like 50s, 60s, and they just have the craziest life stories because they travel all around the world. Bus drivers are crazy. Their schedule is insane because they drive at night. They drive at night, so they sleep during the day. They're like what? They're nocturnal. It's weird. I would never want to do that. Do you play an instrument? Myself? Yes, I sing in a band. I'm Yeah, I guess that's really it. I fake the guitar. I fake the guitar. I used to play drums way back in the day, and kind of piano. Does your girlfriend travel with you on tour or stay home? My girlfriend's actually currently in Texas. She's in nursing school. She's graduating in like 20 days. So I'm really excited about that because then we don't have to be long distance anymore. And long distance kind of stinks. Um, but no, she would not. She would not tour with me. Um, hit the like button. Vampires. Sure. Yeah. I fake the triangle. Richard, you're the man. Love you. Burke needs loving. I miss my lady. I do. Richard, you told me you can sing. I would love to hear you sing sometime. We need to start an internet band. Dude, let's do it. I'm so down. I don't know what that was, but that was something. I got the cowbell. Dude, no small. We'll think of a clever name. Somebody think of a clever name for the band. I made it in the house. Full house. Awesome people. Nick, what's up? No small cowbell. There we go. Boom. Need more cowbell. The band's name The Lost Packets. Does your girlfriend travel with you on tour? She does not travel with me on tour, but we do travel together. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff this year. She's the best. I sing in the shower when I get my visa. Dude, get your visa. Hey Joe, or we'll all get our visas and move up to Canada. Guitar, piano, cajon, vocals. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. There's a lot of musicians on YouTube. I didn't realize, especially in the No Small Creator community. That's super dang awesome. I'm in a concert band for almost 40 years. Karen, yeah, what do you play? That's sick. Something else I wanted to talk about today about being a touring videographer is that when you're on a tour package, typically you're being hired by one band. Sometimes you'll be hired by one band, and then as the tour goes on, another band will hire you, and so on and so forth. That's what happened. Two of the bands on this tour hired me, and then the last band actually hired me the last day. So I ended up creating content for all the bands the last day of the tour. But one thing that you're gonna want to do is if you're hired by one band on the tour, you want to create the content for them. And it typically, the way it works, what I do is like these little update things, and then if we're doing any tour vlogs, that's kind of like a whole separate thing. But during the show, if you're only hired by one of the bands, what I would do is just shoot their set, and then if there's any bands playing after them, I wouldn't bother shooting their set, because you want to get the work done for the band that you're with. You really want to get the work done for the band that you're with. Other tour videographers and photographers will say differently. They'll say, shoot the other bands because you want to make a connection with them, which I think it's okay to do some nights, but not every single night. The goal, the reason that you're there, the reason that you're hired, you have to make sure that you're doing the content for the band that's paying you first. So get that done, and then do the other stuff after that. That's a recommendation. You want to impress the band you're working with. You really want to impress the band you're working with. That's going to go a lot further than taking a sick picture, or a video. You want to be able to create good, solid content, but also work hard and make a good impression. Saxophone, that's dope. Many corns. Corn is sweet. I love corn on the cob. Unicorn devils. No. Cade, what's up? What's poppin'? Edited unicorn band name. The unicorn videographers. These names are the unihorns. You guys, I love you guys. Question: craziest place you slept on tour? With my band or just any tour? Okay, so my band is not. We're not like big at all. We're an independent band, and we do like completely DIY. Where's the craziest place? Craziest place. I mean, I've slept in Walmart parking lots and stuff like that, like in a van or a bus. But I feel like that's not anything crazy. We slept last September. My band went on tour. Was it September or November? Last fall, whatever. We went on tour, and we played a house show, and it was very very punky. Like, I don't know if it had heat or something in it, and that was probably the craziest place. It was a cool place. Just didn't really want to sleep there, so we ended up sleeping there. So yeah. Someone in here hasn't done it. Done what? The only person hasn't. Oh, somebody hasn't liked the video. So, I mean, if you want to hit that like button, you can do that now. Just saying. So do we have an out-of-state collab, like something awesome? I would love to do a collab with a lot of you guys because I love a lot of your videos. Cody made us do it. Band name. Cody was in here earlier. I don't think he's still in here anymore. Has Burke hit his own like button? I haven't, but am I watching the video? Can I hit my own like button? Hey, Gina! Gina! Everybody, Gina! Everybody do it. Come on, come with me. Come on, do it. Gina! Sorry, I'm on the fence. I don't want to hit the like button or dislike. I'll see how it goes. Hector, you do you, man. You do you. You do what you want to do. You do you. Gina in the house. Gina, you're the best. Gina, I'm doing this right now. Boom. Metal, I'm doing this too. I don't know why I didn't do this to you. Where do I? Boom. Did it. Done. Can you all come to Australia and vlog with me? I would love to come to Australia and just hang out with you. But yes, I will definitely come to Australia and vlog with you. The caffeine Cody's. I like that. Or how about just the I don't know. The coffees. Caffeinated coffees. Maybe? No, Gina, why are you in the worst mood? Everybody send Gina some love. Let's pick her up. The Cody's. Okay. Cinematic cough. Cinematic cough. Moderator. Look. Froze on me. Is it frozen? Did it freeze? Am I here? What happened? What happened? Did I do something? What's going on? Everybody says it's frozen. Are we good? We good. We good. We good. All right. Yeah, Gina. No, you're not a terrible moderator. You were sniping people in Cody's live stream the other day. So awesome. We're back. We are back. Yeah, I don't know. I think that I kind of talked about. Josh asked the question about how do I get clients for touring and working with bands, and that's answered that. Talked about you want to impress your clients, the bands, by working hard. Don't know. I don't know if there's any other things I wanted to talk about. If anybody wants to ask any questions, go for it. But I'm just gonna hang out with you guys for a little bit longer because you guys rock. I hate to break it to everyone, but my 5-year-old has informed me that Cody rides an alicorn. What's an alicorn? Unicorns don't have wings, she says. Oh, so an alicorn has wings and a unicorn doesn't? Is that? What would you like to do next with video other than bands? Well, it's a really good question. So yeah, bands are my main stream of income. I do a lot of music videos. That's like the main thing. Probably going to be doing a little bit more touring probably this year. Probably going like maybe one more tour. Next year, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Again, I kind of talked about it's competitive and it's not there. Like touring is very hard. It's you make decent money, but you don't make as much as if you were doing like a music video or commercials and all that. That's where you like can make a really good living wage. Where do I see myself next? That's a tough question. It really is, because I like working with bands, but I'm starting to do more commercials for like some companies around the area. I'm really liking that. Weddings, I've done a few weddings, so I kind of dabble. I do a lot of everything, and the reason that I've been able to do a lot of everything is because I just push myself. I push a lot of content out. Like Josh, you doing daily vlogs, that will help you potentially get clients once you start working with clients, because people are going to voice crack. I need some water. People are going to see your name all over the place. But like, I don't know. That's a tough question. Jen asked me that. She's like, what's your end goal? Where do you see yourself? You know, where do you want to end up? What do you want to be doing? And I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that question, because I like working with bands, and every year I grow and I get to work with bigger bands and more bands, and the budgets get bigger, the projects get super cool. Like it's just like it's just moving up a ladder. It really is moving up a ladder. And the only thing that I would honestly want to be doing other than bands is YouTube. That's the like, and I think that eventually I would probably like to just be doing more branding stuff. And I have been doing a lot more branding stuff. Like if YouTube doesn't work out for whatever reason, I'd like to be doing branding stuff of some sort, whatever it is. Maybe I go work for a company as like the director or something. I don't know, the director of the video department, something like that. But honestly, I would, if it's not bands, I probably want to be doing YouTube, because I kind of talked about this in the vlog that I'm putting out tomorrow, the vlog I did today. I don't want to give away too much, but I'm like addicted to creating, and I'm addicted to creating for myself. I really am, and I don't get a greater feeling than that. I love working with bands. I love working with commercial clients and doing branding and doing weddings. But this is, I love doing this. And if I could do this for a living, if this could be the thing that I move on to, I would love to do that. It's hard. It's very tricky, as we all know. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this because I love to do it. And if I can do this every day, wake up every day and just do this, that'd be sick. But if it's not bands and it's not this, it would probably be like commercial work. I don't know if I would ever want to get into movies, to be completely honest. Maybe be in a movie, but I don't know if I would want to ever like direct or shoot a movie, because there's so many people, there's so many moving parts, and it's a lot of work. There's other questions. If I have a band going in the next year, I'll hire you. Metal, hit me up, dude. I would love to do something with you. That'd be a sick collab, by the way. Do videographers get unicorns? Yes, they get unicorns. That's yes, they do. Drink a Red Bull. Drink a Red Bull. Get for it. Get after it. Any want to do a short film? Yeah, I would love to do a short film. I try and do little travel short films, and I want to do more of those, because I don't think I did. I try and do one once a month. If you guys go on the channel, you can see. I like doing short films and kind of doing like a narration over it. But I would love to do that was one of the goals that I had this year for this YouTube channel. It was 52 videos, 500 subscribers, and a short film. And I've already done two out of those 3. So I want to do a short film. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it this year, though, because there's a lot that goes into that. Planning and, getting actors and you're going to need a crew to do that as well. Josh, that would be cool if we could do that together, but we live so far away. What's the worst job video-wise that you ever did and why? That's a really good question. I don't know if I could think about like a pinpoint a specific job. But it was definitely with a band. Working with bands is tricky. Working in the music industry is tricky. You really have to have a hard shell. What's the worst job I did? Man, that's a good. I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna write that down because I want to. I don't know if I can answer that. Worst job. That's a great, Gina. That is an amazing question. YouTube is the best. YouTube is the best. Sorry that the camera was just shaking, by the way. Joshua Hubbard wants to be an actor. Joshua, you look like you're an actor, man. You could totally be one. I would love to make a web series. Web series would be awesome. Mark, how's it going? Yo, Burke, you should come rock climbing with me at my rock gym that I go to. I'd love to, man. Yeah, adventure it up. I would love to do it. Did you get your 500 subs tattoo yet? No, I didn't. I'm going to do 1,000, I think. I think I'm going to do 1,000. Matt did we shaved Matt's head, so I figured that was probably enough. Chicks, I meant chicken. Chicken, yeah. Touring videographers get all the chicken. I actually don't eat meat though. I eat fish. I was vegetarian for 2 years and then I started eating fish again. That's a long story. That's a story for a whole nother time. But I feel like I'm gonna cave and end up eating meat within the next year. Yeah. What was the best perk you got while on tour with a band? So I have a tour pass. The best perk I got from touring with the band was I had the ability to tour. I didn't work for my favorite band. They're not my favorite band, but I got to tour with one of my favorite bands. I don't know if anybody knows these bands, but I did this tour. This was like 4 years ago. I was on tour with this band called Sean. They're like an instrumental band, but I love Circus Survive. I've been listening to them for like years, and that was the coolest thing I ever got to do. That was the coolest perk, was hanging out with that band and the singer of that band. I look up to him so much, and he is the most humble and amazing dude. So that was the coolest perk that I ever got to do, was hanging out with Circus Survive. DP or director? Pick one if you had to. Whew, that's a good question. I think I would go with director because I know way more DPs that I feel like could get what I'm looking for rather than directors. I don't think I know too many directors who would be able to get the talent to do what they want them to do, how I feel. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything. I just think that I've always thought that I'm a fairly decent director. Oh, hey, Jackson here. I'm going to add Jack as moderator. There are no perks, Stefan. He is not wrong. It's a rough life, but I would probably go, man, I love shooting though. I really do love shooting, but I've actually just directed shoots before where I haven't DP'd. And I do enjoy doing that every now and then, but that's a really tough question. Sean, yeah, Sean, they're all right. They're cool. They're sick. They're awesome. Nothing like a juicy steak. Burke versus steak. Whew. Anthony Green's the man. Love him. Josh, I can hook you up with my agent. You and Callie? Dude, Hector, you got an agent? Hook Josh up. Oh man, that is delicious. What are these links here? Did you just make that logo? Did somebody just make this unicorn? That's the band name right there with that logo. That is amazing. Love it. I love it. Check those links out. Check this one out. How do I copy? I'm putting it in here. Dude, that is friggin' sick. Number 2. I like number 2. My vote's number 2. Did I miss anything else? Your everyday dad in the house. Craig is in the house. I feel like everybody in here is a mod. I think I got everything. I think I got everything. What is the camera? The camera primary. The primary camera you shoot with clients or my main camera is the A6300. I use the Sony A6300 for probably like 95% of the work that I do, surprisingly, believe it or not. It like when I'm not vlogging and I really get to focus on the shots and the composition of the shots and just all around everything about the camera, it produces some amazing visuals, especially when I shoot in 4K. I don't shoot in 4K for the vlog. But if I'm not using that, the other like 5% of the time I will rent gear if the budget calls for it. If the budget calls for it. Unicorn on tour with corn. These questions are fire. Yeah, Josh, A6300. It's a great camera. Love it. Just sing all corn songs before them. Yeah. Favorite lens for music videos? On the A6200 30mm, Sigma 30mm f1.4. That's I love that. That camera setup, I can't even. It's amazing. Jake, what's up, dude? Dude, no worries. Don't apologize. I'm sorry if you already covered this, but do you have your own LUTs or do you use somebody else's for video? I don't use anybody else's LUTs. I color grade all my own footage. I have some LUTs that I've been building, creating, saving, building a bank of stuff that I will probably be putting out at the end of this year, along with some Lightroom presets for all you guys who follow me on Instagram, because I know a lot of people like my greens, and that's manipulated in Lightroom. So I will probably be doing, I want to do that, but I want people to want it. I want people to ask for it. I don't want to just put it out, because I see a lot of people just put them out and they're not that great. But when people start asking me, hey, do you have LUTs? Which people have been, I'm gonna focus more on getting that done. But right now I've just been saving a bunch up. I'm trying to create different looks. So I do mess with that with the music videos that I do, along with the vlogs, commercial work. I try and every client video or every vlog sometimes has a completely different LUT. I try and just mess around with it. That's mess around with things. That's what this whole YouTube channel is about, just me trying things out and seeing how it goes. So yeah, eventually there will be some LUTs, probably maybe December-ish. We'll see how it goes. What I want to do is, and Jake, I'll probably send some to you and a few other people, maybe Jack, because I would love to get some different perspectives. Josh too. I want people to try them out and then give me feedback, and then before I actually put them out, so that I can get. I think that's a good way to do it. Same with the Lightroom presets. I would do the same thing. Send them my way, bro. Check them out, Josh. What I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna get like 15 together, and then get feedback from everybody, and probably put out like 5 to 10 in the actual pack that I end up putting on. Like I'll tweak them with the feedback that I get, and then pick like the 5 to 10 best that everybody liked the most, and I'll sell those along with the along with the Lightroom presets. When videoing bands, are you getting the final edits to them by the next day or weekend? So on tour, it's always either that night or the next morning that I get the edit to them for the Instagram. Like what I did this weekend was doing daily Instagram content for 2 bands. I ended up doing it for 3 bands the last day. I got every single day. After the show, I sat in the front of the van. They had power in the van, and I was editing while we were driving to the next city. And then I have a hotspot on my phone. I'm part of a family plan where we have unlimited data and all that stuff. So I used my hotspot to upload everything, and I would get it to them the next day. That's what I was talking about working hard and getting your work done and making sure that you get the work done for the client rather than going out and shooting another band, because you want to get there. You're there. They're hiring you. That's why you're there. So you got to get their stuff done before you can do anything else. Now, if you think you can shoot the show and then get their work done before the next day or by the next day, then yeah, that's fine. But if it's for a music video, music video edits take a few weeks because there's way more footage to go through. There's color grading that has to go through it. Sometimes there's some After Effects that gets thrown in there. There's just a lot more that goes into a music video rather than like daily little Instagram updates. Plus the updates are like 30 seconds long. So those can take like a couple weeks to do music videos. Same thing with commercial work, a couple days. Music videos, a couple weeks. Commercial work is a few days, and then weddings, it depends on what package they buy with me, but usually what I do for like my normal package for weddings, I hand over like a 15-second little, I make like a cinematic, kind of like a notebook, like movie style little teaser for their wedding video. I send that to them the next morning. And then the highlight video usually takes about a couple weeks. And then if they get a full rough edit of the entire day, no music or anything, just like raw edit of everything, that could take a while. That's a lot of footage to go through. So I love the LUT plan. I love your color grading. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jake. Keep it up. Consider me. Definitely. I will definitely send those to you because I want to get your opinion. I literally edit 3 vlogs on the road and it was brutal. It's like being a tour videographer, photographer, like it's not, there's no fun. Like there's no time to have fun. So like if you don't enjoy creating and editing and filming, then I wouldn't recommend getting into it, because like I went on a few adventures. That's why I didn't have the chance to vlog for myself, is because I was filming and editing for them. If you don't like, there's really no breaks. Like you're doing it kind of 24/7. Essentially. I mean, obviously like there's downtime and you're hanging out with people, but you can't just kind of go out on your own. Sometimes you can. But yeah, it's kind of brutal. So if you're not willing to be working all the time, it's going to be rough, and the band's not going to be happy with you. Just from past experience, you learn this as the more you tour and the more you get into it. You just have to work really hard. You really do. It's all about just hard work, dedication, getting stuff done. Because when I say like it's all work, no fun, like I take that with a grain of salt, because there's tons of downtime. There's tons of time where you're not really doing much, and you have the ability to, maybe go walk around, go get some pizza if that's what you're into, go get some coffee, go find a place to go on a hike. But you don't have as much freedom as you would if you were home. So just understand that. And if they want to go somewhere and they want you to film it, you have to go and do it. I'm doing the same thing right now, working on LUTs. I'll send you some this week. Dude, send them over. Josh, the ones that you did, if somebody could link Josh's collab with me, his video, one of the mods, that'd be great. the LUT that he put on my footage looked awesome. I would love to try that out, Josh. Berg, what's up? Hey, Marco, how's it going? Yeah, another thing is you have to make sure that either if the band doesn't have a power inverter, you have to get a power inverter. If you're in a van, some buses will have, most buses have power, but if you're in a van, you got to get a power inverter because you have to be editing on the road while you're in between drives. Like I would, this past weekend, I co-piloted every single drive. I would edit, and then when I was done editing, I would either stay up with whoever was driving and hang out with them, or I would just go to bed. And then in the morning, I would get more work done because I didn't always finish everything at night. I don't think it's the best to just get everything done at night because you're going to wake up the next day and be like, this doesn't look as good as it would have if I just kind of let my mind take a break. So I'll do one band's content. So if I'm the band that I was with, the reason that I was there, I did their content first, and then because I was going out with them, another band hired me, I would do their content in the morning. Josh said it best. You are working for the client above all else. How dare you not vlog for us? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Luckily, it was for Trove and not for an actual client. Yeah, I mean, creating content for your band it's completely different. I mean, you're not being paid. Maybe you were, I don't know, but when I do like tour stuff, I've done tour stuff for bands that I've been in the past. It's just you're just kind of hanging out, filming, doing, it's just more lax. But when you're working for a client, you have to like you gotta you're living with them, so that's kind of hard to like understand when you should be vlogging and or not vlogging, when you should be like taking pictures or filming, and when you shouldn't. It's you learn it. It's a learning curve, and it's really interesting, but it's kind of hard to explain it all. Did you sleep at all on tour? Yeah, I did. I would usually like get like 3 naps in, and then I would get 3-hour naps in. What I would do is, because the drives weren't that bad, they were usually like 4 hours each drive. So I would edit until roughly around like 2 in the morning. I would go to bed. Sometimes actually 2 to 4. I would be up pretty late editing, and I'd go to bed for about like 3-4 hours. We would by that point we would have stopped somewhere, and the next person would be taking a shift. So then we would go back and drive again. So we would stop, take a nap somewhere, and then continue the drive. And then I would either continue sleeping or I would go back and start editing again. So I'd probably get like 3 to 6 hours a night, depending on the situation. But sleeping on tour there's a lot of coffee involved, and Monster. I drink Monster when I can't get coffee, or Red Bull, any energy drink. Hector, don't apologize. Kiddos are the best. Tell him to send a carrier pigeon. Yeah, honestly, like Hector just said it. It sounds like my daily vlogs. It's exactly like if you guys do daily content, which Joshua, I know you do. It's like that. If you guys get that much sleep a night, like last week, I did not sleep much. I probably got like 4 hours on average a night last week. Just filming and editing, because you gotta edit all day, and then I have client work that I have to do during the day. So typically what I do is I will get client work done in the morning. I'll block off 2 to 3 hours during the day to vlog, and then I'll come back home, finish client work, and then I will begin editing the vlog. At some point, since I'm long distance with Jen, we have to FaceTime for a few hours, so we do that, and then I'll either go to bed or I will stay up and finish the vlog, or I'll get up super early the next day and finish the vlog. But I usually get up around 7 in the morning every day when I'm home, because that's when I upload the vlog, and then that gives me the ability to get more work done in the morning so that I have more time during the day to vlog. So if you vlog and you have a crazy schedule like that, honestly, vloggers will be great at being a tour videographer. But the thing is with that, and I talked about this in my vlog today, is you're not creating content for yourself, so it's a lot different. It's really fun. It's awesome. It's super cool. I love doing it, but you start to realize after a while that you're gonna miss vlogging. And I was gone for 4 days. I didn't vlog for 4 days, and I was so excited to vlog today. Do I have multiple drives as a backup for footage? On tour, I bring 2 hard drives. We had an overnight drive almost every night. Absolute worst. Overnight drives are the worst. I mean, typically bands, I've noticed, they'll just, like the bands that I'm in or the bands that I tour with, we always do the overnight drives. We get it done, and somebody usually suffers. They lose like some sleep that night, just to get it done. It depends if you're getting a hotel or you're staying with somebody. It really depends on the situation. But overnight drives, they stink. But it's productive because you can edit. You can get stuff done. I have to go heading downtown to go film my vlog for the day. We need to meet up and hang out. Joshua, I'm so down. I would love to do that. Let's hit me up. I would love you're crushing it right now. Your vlogs are awesome. Be careful with energy drinks. There was a doc on Dutch TV about this drink, and it isn't healthy at all. Yeah, I know energy drinks aren't healthy at all. The only time I drink them is when I'm on tour. And the reason that I drink them when I'm on tour is because when you have to be up late at night, I will go. My first option is always the Starbucks, the cold brew things that they have now. That's always my first option if they have it at the gas station or the convenience store. But touring, when you're driving that late at night, you want to try and get work done or stay awake with the driver. You got to get some sort of caffeine in you, sometimes an energy drink is the only solution. Berkonian, thanks, bro. First time, but not last time. Peace. Back to work. Hey, Joe. Have a good night. Thank you for watching. Whoa, I just spilled water on myself. Wow, I don't know how I did that. Met a guy from Montreal, poutine, y'all. That's how you spell it. Poutine? Poutine? Is it Putin or poutine? I just had poutine, however you pronounce it, for the first time recently. And I had vegetarian poutine. I had real cheese on it, but the gravy was vegetarian, and it was amazing. I loved it. Absolutely amazing. So get to you're all good, man. We're just hanging out, just having a good time, chilling, kicking it. Emilio, dude, have a good night. Thanks for watching. I mean, I don't know if you're going to work right now or you're going to bed, but falling asleep and not finishing at it is bad for your health too. Daniel, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Excuse me. I just have to delete the live stream from earlier that got posted. I'm gonna delete it real quick. Delete. Okay, cool. Ooh, who we got in here? Where's my mouse? Participations. Josh, have a good night. You crushed that job. You crushed that work. Ooh, I love doing these lives. Wow, I love doing these live streams. Definitely want to do more of them. Definitely want to do more of them. Just kicks in it. I don't know. I wonder if people are gonna rewatch this. If you're rewatching this and you made it this far, leave a comment down below. Cody's the man. Cody's crushing it right now. I cannot even believe how hard that guy works. He works harder than anybody on this platform. Josh, you're the man. Love you, dude. Steven, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Joe, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Is everybody leaving? Brian, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Is everybody leaving? I guess everybody's leaving. Vlogs get street subs, real subs. Yo, I have gotten quite a bit of subs vlogging in a city before, because multiple cities, because people run up to you and you're like, what's your YouTube channel? And then they check you out. And so if anybody who I've ever met in a city is watching right now, I appreciate you. You're the best. You're the bomb diggity bomb. Yeah. Any other questions? Has anybody got any other questions? Brian, definitely come kick it next time. I appreciate that. Karen, get some sleep. Dude, it's K2. It's going to be sick. It's going to be awesome. I'm super stoked on it. Only way that would work would be to have another cam. 60 yeah. You double fisted in your, did you post that today? Was that today where you double fisted, Hector? West Coast time here. You hear that chair? You guys hear that? I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. It's annoying. Oh wait, I just got back and saw people leaving, so I thought the stream ended. I'm not leaving. No, the stream's not ending. I mean, we'll see how much longer it goes. If people start leaving, more people start leaving, then I'll probably close it out. But I'm just kicking it with you guys. I like you guys. You guys are the best. I appreciate you guys so much. So we're just kicking it. If anybody has any other questions about client work or working with bands or touring or anything, I'd be happy to answer. If a videographer falls in a forest while no one's around, does it make a sound? Yeah, it does. It does. It's happened. It's happened. I've fallen in the forest and nobody's been around. Yeah, I made a sound, so I'm gonna go with a yes. I'll stay till my dying last breath until 6:15 when I have to go home, whichever comes first. Touche. That's in what, 10 minutes for you? Dude, I gotta talk to you. That is crazy that you used to live like literally half an hour away from me. Hey, what do you edit with, Mac or PC, and what do you usually travel with? I edit. I have a MacBook Pro 2000. I bought it this year, but it's a 2017. It's a 15-inch. I'm gonna go into the specs right now. 15-inch, 2.8 gigahertz Intel Core i7. Hopefully, I said that right for all the computer peoples. There's 16 gigs of RAM in it. Has a Radeon Pro 2 gigabyte Intel HD graphics card. There's a solid state in it, so that's my workhorse. That's what I use to edit. I take that with me to travel because it's a laptop. I was thinking about getting a desktop just for like the office and stuff, but then my old laptop died and I had to buy a new laptop this year, and this was pretty expensive. So I couldn't get a desktop. I needed a laptop because I do travel a lot. I edit with Premiere Pro, the Adobe suite. We're on 2018. Love it. I've been using Adobe for 7 years. I started out on Final Cut, but moved over to Adobe. Mac, I like Mac. People try and get me to switch to PC, but I enjoy the MacBook. I really do. Love the interface. Love it. It's awesome. Crushes it. I edit on a TurboGrafx 16. I don't know what that is. I'm not really like a big computer buff. How do you like working with Adobe over Final Cut? I love working with Adobe over Final Cut. When I used to edit on Final Cut, I did, it was Final Cut 7, maybe? Let me check. It was, the interface was similar to Premiere. I think it was Final Cut Pro 7. The interface on Final Cut that I used to edit on was very similar to Premiere. So I like that. I haven't used Final Cut, what is it, 10? Around 10X, whatever it is. I haven't used it, but I don't think I would switch at this point. I'm just so comfortable with Premiere. And just the fact that I love After Effects. I was a motion graphics artist for a few years. And I still try and use that as much as I can in some of my client work and in the vlogs. And just having the ability to have the dynamic link between After Effects and Premiere and Photoshop and just how everything links together. I really love that fact about Adobe. A lot of people say Premiere Final Cut is fast. I don't have a problem with speed. I can move pretty quickly in Premiere. I'm too young to know about TurboGrafx. Maybe I'm not too young. What is that? Maybe I am too young. What is this, a video game? What is this thing? Huh. That's like a console, isn't it? That's just a couple years before my time. 89. Just a little bit before me. Just a bit. Just a scooch. You're not old, Daniel. You editing Pong? I don't know what that means. I have a Panasonic 3DO. You know what that is? I do know what a 3DO is. Damn, that's I'm just gonna do it real quick. I do know what a 3DO is. That's my time. I was alive then. Rick is awesome. He Googled it. I had to know. A turbo, what is it? TurboGrafx thing? It looked weird. I wanted to know. I thought it was a computer. I'm mostly going to rewatch this in a bit, but I'll talk to you on Wednesday, man. Dude, it's okay to get pumped. Everybody get pumped. We're doing something cool. Cinematic Showdown continues. It's probably going to drop next Tuesday. Maybe. We shall see. I need software for my laptop PC, so I'm brain dead on Windows. I'm camping next month and can't bring an iMac. No, you definitely can't bring an iMac camping. Why is it that how old is your laptop, Hector? We're getting schooled on oldish. The turbo thingy Bob I didn't know about. I knew what a 3DO is though. I'm young, I'm not that young. Vegas Pro, Sony Vegas. Haven't used it. Oh, you're telling Hector to use Vegas. Give it a shot. You got to do what you got to do to get it done. You really do. I mean, you can edit on your phone nowadays. Would I recommend it? No, probably not. But you can get it done. So, you do you, boo-boo. Ugh. My peeps. My peeps. My peepity-beepity beeps. Magic software company. I'm just Googling everything you guys are talking about right now. All right. What can I talk about? touring, videography, getting clients. I kind of covered it all. So if you're watching this now and you're like, oh, I want to hear about all this stuff, you can just rewatch. At this point in the live stream, it's probably just going to be me kicking it with the homies, with the peeps, answering some questions, having some banter back and forth. All the information that I discussed was stated in the beginning of this little video thing, so you can watch it. I've been using Adobe Premiere since '06. Dang. That must, is that when it came out? No. '2006. What version was that? What Hector, what version of Premiere was that? And my dying last breath, I'll mutter, see you guys later. Gotta go. Great stream, Bert. Thanks, Metal. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Sorry it got a little boring at the end. Not your guys' fault. That's completely my fault because I'm just sitting here like, Hector, what version of Premiere was that in 2006? Premiere Pro, yes. Adobe Premiere. I want to know. It's not CS6. There's no way. That was like, when did they switch to the cloud? Maybe it was. Working with DaVinci Resolve. I have DaVinci Resolve. I haven't really used it too much. How did I get started vlogging for bands? I don't really vlog for bands. What I do is mostly music videos. I'm a music video director / DP. But I have done like tour vlogs or tour updates or studio updates for bands and musicians and stuff like that. And the way that I got into it was because I was playing in bands and I met people and I was creating content for my band. And then I started, because I was creating content for my band, people started seeing the content that I was creating for my band and they wanted to work with me. And then being in a band, my band was growing and playing bigger shows, and I would start to meet people in the industry just from playing shows, not because they were interested in the band or anything, but just because of that. I ended up helping out a lot at a management company in the area that does a lot of like alternative bands, metal bands, hardcore, all that stuff. Built a really good connection and relationship with the owner, I guess you could say, that management company. He's then moved on and does other things. I still do work for his bands, but playing in a band gave me a platform, gave me an opportunity to brand myself and network with other bands and kind of, get that work and build the connections that I needed to so that I can work with the bands that I do today. So that's kind of how I got into it. I definitely think that that's the easiest way to get into it, is if you're playing in a band. Another way to do it would be to just go to shows and shoot shows and just create content and post it on your Instagram and tag the bands or send it to the bands. That's one way that I would recommend getting into it. Premiere came out in 2003. So I wasn't too far off. 2003, 2006, it's only 3 years. Richard, have a good night. You should definitely record today's vlog. Tomorrow's vlog. Today's vlog, tomorrow's vlog. You know what I'm talking about. Do PC, oh my god, it would take days to render a short surf clip. Dude, what PC are you using? Awesome. Did you find you want to continue working with that venue, or did you hope to vlog full time? I don't work for a venue. I'm a contract worker, I guess, a freelancer for bands, artists, musicians. I also do commercial work as well. I do weddings as well too. Do I find that I want to continue working with bands, or do I hope to vlog full time? I answered this question earlier, but I will say it again. I would love to do YouTube full time. I really would. At some point, I would love to just take a step away from doing music videos and creating content for other people and just create content for myself. I would love to do that. That would be the dream, because I love doing this. I don't think that would be a full-time thing. I think that would be something that would then give me the opportunity to push even further into my career. Do I think that I would ever stop doing YouTube? No. But I think that I think there is a possibility that at some point in my life I could do this full-time for a couple of years and then move on to something bigger. That's the goal. I want to continue to grow. I don't, and whether it's with or without YouTube, I don't think I'm going to stop. But whether I make money on YouTube or not, I'm going to do YouTube. But my goal is to always grow. I don't have an end goal per se. The thing you really got to think about is we look at where we're at now compared to where we were at 5-10 years ago. The content that is being created now is completely different. You have Instagram, you have Twitter. Now you got Instagram stories. Tons of brands, tons of bands, tons of musicians are using stories now for advertising. Facebook, another way you can advertise. Social media has just changed the game for advertising completely. So who knows what it's going to look like in the next 5 to 10 years? What platforms we're advertising video on? What's the next thing? So that is such a hard question to ask. I would see myself staying in the music industry. I would just like to think that I would continue to progress. If I start to see like a plateau at some point, I would then try and seek out other ways. But that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm spreading myself out. I don't want to spread myself too thin, but I'm spreading myself out and branching out into different areas and learning new things. And that's something that this YouTube channel has helped me, because I get to try things on this channel. And if they work, I apply them to the client work. If they don't, I know that it doesn't work, and I just won't bother trying that with client work. So yeah, I would love to go full-time vlog, but then at some point I think I would move on to doing something bigger. I have a very entrepreneurial mindset. I always have in high school. I used to make, in my freshman year of high school, I used to make duct tape wallets and sell them for a profit. So I've always thought about, that mindset of business and entrepreneurship, but in a creative way. I would love to be creative and do something. I'm at the point now where it's like I want to do something that I'm going to help people, and doing it with advertising and doing it with videography is hard. It really is. But YouTube, that has become a way that you can help people out. You can influence them. You can inspire them. I've met people that now I talk to almost every day, and when they're having a rough time, we just talk. We just have a conversation, and they're like, you know what, you're right. Like, let's get it going. Let's do this thing. Cody's the same way. Cody's that for me. Eric Wynn is another person who super awesome. If I'm ever down, I know I can talk to him and he can help me out. So finding a way to benefit not just myself but other people, finding a way to help people would be the goal. That was a fire question. That was an awesome question. All right. It is 9:20. There's only 3 of you guys watching now. I've been doing this for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I think I'm going to close this video out and this little live stream. If you are watching this after the fact and you got through this entire live stream, you're the bomb diggity bomb. I appreciate you so much. Leave a comment letting me know that you did make it this far, because I would love to thank you. I will see you guys tomorrow. So I'm posting a vlog tomorrow, and I'm really excited because it's been like 5 days since I posted a vlog, and I really miss vlogging. I really did. So I'll see you guys all really soon. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys watching. Hit that like button if you're watching after the fact, comment, all that stuff. Thank you. I already said thank you. Closing a live